And we're here with Michael Pearce of the Yale fencing team at Payne Whitney Gym, and it's been a pretty good season for you guys so far, coming off of the Ivy South and heading into Ivy North as we tape this. But talk about what this year has been like for Yale fencing so far.
This has been really a great year, both in terms of team building. We hang out a lot more. We have team dinners. We're really a cohesive unit. But also in terms of athletically, we've just come so far thanks to how hard we've been training, our great class of freshmen, and it's just going to continue to build on that.
Must have felt good. You guys beat Harvard as part of that Ivy South competition, or Ivy North, I guess. And that was the first time in like 7 years.
Yeah, it was the first time in my tenure, and then we looked in the record books, and it was the first time in 7 years. So that was really exciting. It came after a heartbreaking loss, but the fact that we beat Harvard really made our day.
Take us inside the world of Yale fencing. What does it mean to be a fencer here at Yale, and what does it entail in terms of practices, traveling to compete, and just the season? What does that actually go into?
So we start captain's practice in September. The season starts in October and goes through spring break. So we're training a good deal of the year, practicing every day. We've got lifts. There isn't a lot of travel in the fall, but in the spring, it's basically every weekend going to a different place for tournaments. It's a really fun time. Travel is the travel is tough just because it's time spent away from Yale, but it's a good experience. It's really
What's it like to play for Coach Haratunian?
It's great. It's really an honor to fence for a Hall of Famer, someone who knows the sport in and out. He really helps. He helps the whole team come together and helps the team know what it has to do to achieve the best.
You practice the epi. There's other disciplines of fencing also. What are the differences?
Tactically, they're very different. In terms of speed, they're different. And the most fundamental difference is the rules in the target area. So epee, you can hit anywhere at any point in the foil and saber. You have to establish the attack, and there are rules that tell how that's established. And then the target areas are different. So the foil is just the torso area, and the saber is the waist up. So,
what's been your favorite experience so far, fencing at Yale or fencing in general?
I would say fencing at Yale has been taking 5th at NCAA's. Individually, that was really the highlight of my freshman season. So.
And before you came to Yale, I know you, and even in your early years here, you had some extensive international experience.
Yeah, I fenced internationally a couple of times a semester, freshman year and the first half of sophomore year. And I guess my best experience was taking 16th at a World Cup my freshman year in college. So that was really exciting.
Was it eye-opening to see how fencing is viewed in other parts of the world? And I mean, in some parts, it's certainly just, I would say, maybe more structured than at some levels in the U.S., especially at the younger ages.
Yeah, definitely. It's very intense in terms of the training. There are training schools for fencing where you go to fence, and the World Cups are made into shows. So the finals are these big productions with dancers and fog and lasers and lights and all that sort of stuff. And so it's turned into an event, which is completely different.
What kind of events, or what do you think you'll look forward to for the rest of the season from the Yale fencing group?
This weekend we've got Penn and Princeton. It's going to be a hard matchup against both of them. They're really good teams. Penn is undefeated right now, and we hope to give them their first loss. Princeton, always a very good team, very intense, but I think we can beat them also. And then after that, we've got our regional championships. Last year, our foil squad won the Little Ironman Trophy, which is the regional championship for foil. We're hoping to repeat that for the foil squad. And then NCAA regionals, where we hope to qualify a lot of fencers for NCAA championships.
We're here in the fencing hall at Payne Whitney Gym, and as you look around, you can't help but notice the pictures that adorn the walls. And talk about the history of this program and how much, I mean, you can't be in this room and not be acutely aware of it. How much does that mean?
It means a lot. You've just got so much Yale history behind you. Even coming to Yale, there's a lot of history associated with that. But being part of a sports team that has such a long and storied history is just a really great addition to the Yale experience.
Talking about the Yale experience, it goes well beyond fencing or everyone at Yale is so multifaceted. What's life like when you're not competing here?
It's pretty relaxed. I like having a good time. I'm writing my senior essay right now, which is kind of an intense thing. But I'm an architecture major, so that takes up a lot of time just with the schoolwork for that. So.
How much did it mean to you to be, the leader of this group?
Oh, it meant so much. I saw where the team was my freshman year, and I had always had hopes for how to improve it. And finally, this year, I get to, be at the head of those changes and really help enact those changes. And I'm just really happy with where the team is right now.
All right. Well, thank you, Michael. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.
That's Michael Pearce, the captain of the Yale fencing team.